All right, we're getting ready to drop the puck here. Game number 3 against St. Peter's. The team we've played twice before, we've beaten twice before, but they were close games, so. And Boyle fighting along the boards. Little battle in the neutral zone. St. Peter's comes away with it. Roman skates it out. Brown fires it around the boards up to Boyle, just off the edge of his stick. Puck does come out, so St. Peter's going to have to tag up. Case intercepts the pass. St. Peter's enters the zone. Roman pushes him wide. Collins out to Boyle. And Roman sends it down. They wave the icing. I don't know if that got tipped or Boyle's the first one there, and he tries a centering feed, goes off the back of the net. It's another centering feed to Collins. Collins is there. St. Peter's freezes it. Omaha will get some fresh bodies over the boards. We're going to send out McVeigh and Ashmore. So Ashmore and Krantz on defense. Pinkelman takes the face-off. He's got Pollock and McVeigh on his wings. Pinkelman wins the face-off, but St. Peter's going to be first on the puck. Offside. Omaha wins the faceoff back to Ashmore. He sends it in. Pollock skates past that puck. St. Peter's going to come away with it. Loses it in their feet. Pollock comes in. Ashmore Pollock just off the edge of his stick. McVeigh in the neutral zone. Puck squirts to Krantz. St. Peter's player falls down. Pollock deep in his own end. Tries to skate it out. St. Peter's with a hard shot from the point, but I think that was McVeigh got a stick on that to make sure, no, it's Krantz. Didn't let that shot get through. Roman doesn't let that shot get through. A lot of pressure here from St. Peter's. Omaha clears the puck in the shift change. Gives up a 4-on-0. Saves Spencer. That was about the worst shift change I've ever seen. We had all skaters skate off while the puck was in the neutral zone with St. Peter's possession. So Spencer's going to bail the team out on that one. Collins takes the face off. Lunning. Pontown, Rakowski out there on defense. Collins, Roman, and Lunning on offense. St. Peter's skates it in. Puck is deflected. Can't see on the wall over there. Collins skates it out through the neutral zone with speed. Roman driving to the net. Shot goes wide. Roman back to Lunning. Lunning centering feed to Collins. Can't get the shot off. St. Peter's on the attack. Pontown, Rakowski, Back to defend. Pontow sends the puck up the boards. Pontow skates it out. She's going to dump it in and go off for a change. Rakowski's going to come out. I'm sorry, Brown's going to come out with Rollman. Pinkelman and Case. Collins still out there. Collins corrals the puck. He's going to skate it out, see if we can get some offensive zone time here. He gets squeezed off along the boards. He's going to go out for a change. Omaha tries to send it back to the D, but puck jumps over Brown's stick. We have to tag up and get back on side. Brown dumps it in. It's going to be an offside. So it's been all St. Peter's so far. 7 minutes remaining in the first period. Pinkelman, Pollock, Case. No, Pinkelman, Boyle, Case. St. Peter's comes in, shot. Save Spencer. And we got a whistle. I think he thought the puck was frozen, so he blew the whistle. So Omaha catches a break there. Pinkelman takes the face-off. St. Peter's wins the face-off back to their D. Boyle with good pressure gets the puck out. Boyle and Pinkelman fighting in the neutral zone, and St. Peter's on the attack. Case gets a stick on it. Krantz slaps that puck out of danger. Can't see. St. Peter's goes out to D, and it squirts past him. Ooh, we almost had a breakaway there for Case. St. Peter's back on the attack. That was an icing. So puck will come all the way down. Rakowski and Pontow come out. Collins takes the face off with Pollock. It's hard to see down there. McVeigh. Peter's shot, nice block by Rakowski. Puck goes off his shin pad. Nice back check by Pollock. Collins intercepts that pass. He's going to try to get it out up to Pollock. We do clear the zone, but St. Peter's comes right back in. Nice stick by McVeigh. St. Peter's dumps that puck in behind the net. It comes out to Collins. He sends it up to McVeigh out of his reach, and that's icing. 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Score is still 0-0. Pinkelman will take the face-off. Both Romans out there with Brown and Lunning. St. Peter's loose puck in front of Spencer, and she gets a glove on it. It's been a good period from Spencer. St. Peter's has kept her busy this period. St. Peter's centering feed, misses, goes back to defense. He dumps the puck back in. Oh, St. Peter's shot, gaping maw net. They shoot it wide. We got to stop leaving the St. Peter's players alone in front of the net. Shot goes off of Pinkelman, bounces out to the neutral zone. McVeigh tries to get that puck in. It's broken up the neutral zone. Running along the wall, he dumps the puck in. Not going to be enough for icing. Looks like Collins on the forecheck. Nice work by Ashmore to keep that puck in. Up to Collins. Pinkelman drives to the net. Shot off the side of the net. Collins sending feed to Case. Doesn't reach him. Ashmore and Krantz skate back. Nice work by Krantz. They don't give up any shot on that. Yeah, I think we're going to get a shred. Or it looked like a trip. Players up. Skating off. So Omaha will go on the penalty kill. I think McVeigh went to the box, so maybe Krantz. Pontow, Braikovsky, Collins, and Case will be our penalty killers. Let's see if we can keep this a 0-0 game. Get out of this penalty kill unscathed. Shot goes off of Pontow up to Braikovsky, bounces in on Spencer. That puck went off a few players. St. Peter's trying to get their power play going. Collins strips the puck. Nice stick by Pontow. Hard shot from the point was about 8 feet high. Omaha doing a good job of keeping the front of the net cleared out. Pontow sends it up, tries to break McVeigh, and she does. Shot. Save. Really good chance. Now, looks like he went into the boards. he got tripped or if he got... That was McVeigh. Went down hard against the fence. She's up. I think there was a call on that. Yeah. So we're going to go on the power play now. Didn't see the call. It was either a trip or a check. On the power play to see if we can get the lead here. Rakowski holds the blue line. Hinkleman tries to get the shot off. Rakowski with the shot. Intercepted by St. Peter's. St. Peter's tries to get it out. Gets Pinkelman skate. Pollock along the boards. Centering feed to Pinkelman. Perfect shot. Turned away. And St. Peter's going to ice this. That was a nice setup. If we keep doing that, one of these will go in. 30 seconds remain on Omaha power play. A minute 37 remains in the period. Cranston and Ashmore on defense. Pinkelman, Pollock, Roman. Defensive power play line. St. Peter's sends us in again for another icing. That'll shave a few more seconds off the clock, so we're down to 20 seconds. Pinkelman wins the faceoff clean, but St. Peter's is first to get to the puck. St. Peter's 1-on-5 goes through everybody. Spencer with the save. That was a good look from St. Peter's there. Spencer keeps him off the board. Collins comes out and takes the face-off with Roman and Lunning. Lunning chips it up to Roman. Pontown, Rakowski on defense. Montel on the boards. Passes up to Roman. Roman skates it up. He's got Collins. Pass up to Collins. Collins chips it in. St. Peter's breaks it up and loses the puck. Omaha kind of stumbled over each other there. We lost the puck. Collins pass up to Lunning. That was offsides, but they let St. Peter's tag up. Period's winding down. Roman along the boards. Pontow, 20 seconds remain. She sends it up the wall. St. Peter's all alone in front of the net. Score. All alone in front of the net again. St. Peter's just going to keep sending that puck. And getting shots. So St. Peter's 1, Omaha 0, 7 seconds remains in the first period. Pinkelman takes a face-off with Pace and Boyle. That'll end the first period 1-0 St. Peter's. All right, we're going to start the second period. Pickleman, Case, and Boyle with Ashmore and Krantz on defense. St. Peter's 1, Good Guys 0. Pickleman skates it in, dangles the puck. It's taken away by St. Peter's. Boyle on the wall, centering feed, kind of fanned. St. Peter's comes away with it. St. Peter's dances in, loses an edge. Their coach wanted a trip, even though no one was within 8 feet of the player when he went down. Omaha trying to clear the zone. Boyle manages to get that puck out. Nice hustle there by Boyle. Good forecheck. Case fires that puck across the ice. St. Peter's on the attack again. Collins skating. He's got Boyle with him. Loses the puck. Recovers the puck. Shot. Nice. Turned away by St. Peter's. And icing. Wachowski and Pontow on defense. Pollock, Collins, McVeigh. Hannah with the shot. Tipped in. Collins just almost had that tip in perfect. Centering feed from Collins comes back to Wachowski. Slapped it from Wachowski off of St. Peter's skate. Lost on the feet. Almost got tagged up. That was onside. That was onside. We got a whistle. St. Peter's catches a break there. We had some sustained pressure. Pollock skates his puck in. Centering feed. Collins is there. Trying to get the rebound. It's a nice battle in the crease. What was that? So Pollock's getting a penalty for getting pushed into the goaltender, I guess. I don't know. So Omaha will go on the penalty kill. Wachowski and Pontow, Brown and Pontow on defense. Lunning and Roman on offense. Larson in net for the second period. Omaha keeping the puck to the outside. Slap shot goes off the skate. Roman with the chance here. Slip. Great hustle by Roman there to create the chance and draw the penalty. St. Peter's hauled him down out of sheer terror that he was going to score a goal. So Omaha will go on the power play now. I guess we'll be 4-on-4 for 20 seconds, and then we'll go on the power play. So we got 21 seconds remains on the Pollock penalty. Pinkelman takes a face off. St. Peter's throws this up off the glass. Brown sends it around the boards. Roman gets there. St. Peter's keeps it in. We got another whistle. Offside. 1 second remaining on the Omaha penalty. And then we'll go on the power play for 39 seconds. Ashmore and Krantz come out for defense. Roman and Pinkelman on offense. Penalty is over. Omaha on the power play. Running. St. Peter's holds that for a whistle. So we'll get an offensive zone draw here with 30 seconds on the power play. St. Peter's going to try to run the clock down. We got to get some pressure here. Roman sends the puck in. Somebody's got to go get it. Starting feed to Collins. Shot goes off St. Peter's player. Collins again. Can't get the shot off. Penalty is up. Back to 5-on-5. Save Larson. Nice stick by Krantz. Pinkelman passes over to Collins, and Pinkelman goes off for a change. I think we're offside. Omaha's got to get on the board. Boyle and Case with Collins. Collins enters the zone. Collins chips the puck up to himself. He comes up. He's got McVeigh with him. Loses an edge. Case hustling back. Montow pushes the St. Peter's player wide. Omaha clears it. Probably icing. No, icing is waved. Now we got another penalty. We got a giant St. Peter's player skated right at Pontau and checked her. He must be tough. So Omaha gets another power play. Pinkelman, McVeigh, Pollock with Brown and Roman. Okay, you gotta make them pay here for those kind of penalties. Puck comes out to Pollock. St. Peter's is going to skate this out. And they do. Omaha chips it right back in. A few Omaha players collided. McVeigh with the forecheck. Pollock, McVeigh, and Pinkelman. Puck comes out to Brown. Loses the puck. St. Peter's got Roman break that up. Penalty is up, so the power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. St. Peter's is just passing is so much crisper. Omaha ices the puck. Prince and Ashmore on defense. Collins takes the face off with Roman and Lunning. Still 1-goal game here. St. Peter's 1, Omaha 0. So let's say that could score. So St. Peter's takes a shot. Way out. Looked like it deflected off a player. Bounces over Larson. That'll make it 2-0 St. Peter's. Pontau and Rakowski come out. And Rakowski's going to get a trip. St. Peter's will go on the power play. Brown with Pontau on defense. Collins and Roman are our forward penalty killers. Collins skates through the neutral zone. Nice stick by Roman. Collins enters the zone. Toe drag. Doesn't get the shot off. St. Peter's coming. Odd man rush. Nice stick by Pontau. Centering the feed. St. Peter's player just put that wide. Definitely a high danger chance there. Roman's going to ice this because Omaha needs a change. So Omaha better find a second wind here or something because the ice is tilting for St. Peter's. Slap shot from the point goes wide. Boyle in a foot race. Looked like a high shot there from St. Peter's. Got the elbow or the shoulder up on Boyle, but no call. Boyle breaks up that play. That puck just trickles wide. Penalty's over. Brown sends the puck up. Kept in by St. Peter's. Another hard shot goes wide. Almost got to clear the zone here. St. Peter's behind the net, centering feed. All kinds of time and space. St. Peter's drives to the net. Larson freezes it. No whistle. So couldn't tell if that puck was loose. But the last time we were on top of their goalie, we got a penalty.
Nice job, Derek! Good job, bud.
McVeigh tries to chip this puck out, and he does. Up to Pollock. Pollock one-on-one here. Dangles around the player, gets a shot. Oh. Just off the blocker. Great shot there. Turned away. St. Peter's dumps his puck, but not enough for icing. Omaha sends it right back out. Grant sends a puck up to McVeigh. A shot from St. Peter's turned away by Larson. Collins going to skate it. Pollock goes to the net. No rebound. Kinkelman in front of the net. Good pressure here. St. Peter's cools things off. Skates it out. Backhand right onto Pollock's foot. Here comes Pollock again. Gets kind of pushed off the puck. Collins unable to get that shot off. Nobody's back for Omaha. And I think that was offsides, but we had two St. Peter's players behind our defense. Omaha catches a break there. 30 seconds remains in the second. St. Peter's enters the zone, puts a shot into the glove. really nice to get out of this period with a 1-goal deficit if Omaha can get at least one here. Pinkelman takes the face-off with Roman and Lunning. Centering feed from St. Peter's up to Roman. Roman and Lunning. 2-on-1. That'll end the second period. St. Peter's 2, Omaha 0. We're going to start the third period. Pinkelman will take the face-off with Roman and Lunning. And Brown and Roman on defense. Puck immediately comes into Omaha's zone. Defensive zone. We've got Spencer in net. Lunning skates it. Pinkelman backhands it out. Lunning got taken down, no call. Brown sends it around the boards. St. Peter's shot goes wide. St. Peter's player tries to backhand it, whiffs on the shot. He's going for a wraparound, no. St. Peter's sends it out of the zone themselves. Nice forecheck by Lunning. Omaha's got to tag up, they do. And Brown dumps it in, he's going to go off for a change. Krantz comes on for Pontau, and Ashmore comes on for Brown. Collins comes out, nice takeaway by Collins there in the neutral zone. Puck squirts out. Collins along the boards, waiting for some help. Omaha's in the middle of the change. Case and Boyle out there now. St. Peter's on the attack. Shot score. So St. Peter's comes in with a nice dangle around our defense. Puts in the third goal for St. Peter's. That's going to make it 3-0 St. Peter's. It seems like a different team than the one that we beat twice before. Arkowski ices it. So Omaha needs a quick one here to get some life, get some momentum going. Roman takes the face off. Pace and Boyle Rakowski corrals the puck behind the net. Pontau tries to get it out. St. Peter's sticks just everywhere. Puck chipped up to Boyle. Tries to dangle it, but nice defensive stick. Roman blocks the shot. Roman blocks the pass. You're gonna get a whistle when puck is frozen. No action. Refs want to see some action. Pinkelman takes the face off. Shot from St. Peter's goes wide left. Pollock and McVeigh. Shot from St. Peter's. St. Peter's with a shot, goes off a player. Puck lands on the stick of another St. Peter's player. That's going to make it, I don't even remember if it's at 4 or is that 5? 4-0. Cranston Ashmore on defense. Roman takes the face off. Got Collins on the wing. Running on the other wing. St. Peter's centering feed, shot goes high. Another shot from St. Peter's goes wide. Ashmore threw his hands up because he didn't want to get the trick ball. It makes it look good in the play. Another poor shift change, and we're going to get a nice back check by Pinkelman to break up that opportunity. But Omaha was caught again. Pontau skates this out. He's got Lunning and Pinkelman behind her. Gets the puck deep. The goalie's going to freeze it. Roman takes the face off with Boyle and Case. Brown and Roman on defense. Puck comes back to Roman. Squirts past him. St. Peter's shot saves Spencer. Hard slapper from St. Peter's there. Saved Spencer. Case manages to chip the puck out into the neutral zone. St. Peter's tags up and comes right back on the attack again. Centering feed St. Peter's. Puck goes right through the crease. Roman tries to break Boyle, but St. Peter's gets a stick on it. Six minutes remain. There's some real sustained pressure from St. Peter's here. Spencer with a glove save. Pinkelman takes the face off. Puck comes back to Krantz. Krantz fires it up the wall. Pollock with the forecheck. Good speed. Pinkelman tries to break it up in the neutral zone. Ashmore chips it up the wall. He's going to get it himself. 5-man rusher, 2-on-1. Nice defensive stick from St. Peter's to break it up. Clear trip, and Omaha will go on power play. It's going to be a trip on Pinkelman. Omaha going to power play with 5 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the third period. St. Peter's 4, Omaha 0. Rakowski and Pontow on defense. Power play line is going to be Roman, Case, and Lunning. Nice stick by Pontow. Nice effort by St. Peter's trying to keep that in, but Roman comes out. Backhand pass up to Lunning, just out of his reach. St. Peter's fires it around the boards hard. Rakowski gets it first, backhands it out up to Collins. Collins chips it up the wall. Collins enters the zone. Lunning driving to the net. Collins with a shot. Running behind the net. Tried to wrap around. Pontow sends a puck up. St. Peter's clears the zone. Top speed. Tries to chip it up the wall. St. Peter's grabs it. Running up to Collins, back to Lunning. Back to St. Peter's. The time is winding down. Feels like the game may be slipping away. Pinkelman intercepts that pass, pulls up. Peter's coming in with speed here. Nice drop pass. Shot scored. That was a pretty good looking play. A well placed shot. 5-0. Pinkelman takes the face off with Boyle, Case. Boyle chips the puck in. It's going to be a penalty. Boyle's going to go off for a trick. Two minutes, 15 seconds remain. Roman takes a face-off with McVeigh. Then Brown and the other Roman on defense. Nice save by Spencer. Shot from St. Peter's goes wide. St. Peter's cycles the puck back to the deep. Roman with a nice takeaway. Tries to break McVeigh, but pass is just a little too far out of his reach. St. Peter's play all over. Shot goes wide. Penalty is up. Pollock comes on for Boyle. Glove save, Gianna. No chance on that one. It's all the rebounds just coming right out to St. Peter's sticks, and we don't have anybody there. Clock's winding down, 20 seconds left. 6-0 St. Peter's. One last rush, one last shot. St. Peter's going to take this one 6-0. And I don't know if we got a St. Peter's player hurt from celebrating. We got a player down.